impressive was it seeing Emmet, kind of continue that, especially after the back-to-back home runs there?
It was great. He kept his composure, kept filling up the strike zone, made a bad pitch, the slide that was just left up, and the change up to Tucker. But outside of that, there's a lot of swing and miss, a lot of missed barrels, and he just kind of flatlined, kind of heartbreak. And so it's just good to see him attack, and for him again to go through 6 innings, put our bullpen in a good spot.
You kind of said before the game you wanted to see him put his back against the wall a little bit. How much did he kind of impress you with what he's able to do after the back-to-back home run?
It's impressive, and it's with a guy like Emmet or any young pitcher, you learn information with some adversity, and for him to give a couple homers, but to continue to not run from it was pretty telling.
Just kind of been a reminder, how good you guys can be when the pitching is lined up.
Yeah. I mean, we've been, built our success on pitching and defense, and to minimize walks, to strike guys out, to catch the baseball. When we do that, the offense should be good enough to put up enough runs to win. And tonight, I think we left some runners out there, but I thought Mookie got us off to a good start and scored enough to win a ball game.
I mean, you still want to be flexible with it long term, but what sort of stood out about Grove? Just 2 innings in the league stuff that play up in your eyes a little bit?
I think with Michael, it was just good because he hasn't pitched in about a week, and for him to come into the game in a high leverage game, to fill up the strike zone, mix his pitches really well. I thought the stuff was really good and very efficient, so he'll be down until Wednesday and be able to take the bulk of that game.
So 14 innings now for the bullpen, scoreless. How does it turn around that fast?
It's baseball. I think that, if you look back a week ago, we were downtrodden and guys are frustrated, but these are the guys we have, and we got to continue to trust them and run them out there and expect better results. And to their credit, they each individually, collectively have answered the bell and pitched very valuable innings for us. I think with the bullpen right now, Evan will be back online. Gratterall will be down, but outside of that, we've got a reloaded bullpen and they're performing.
What do you see what's kind of next for him, considering he's in 2 strong outings? Do you see him kind of making a space for himself in his rotation similar to Bobby, or how does this play?
I think so. We've talked about Julio coming back, but considering the way that Emmett's thrown the baseball, Bobby has thrown the baseball, they're going to continue to get opportunities. So fortunately, we do have some off days coming, but I think for Emmet, just to look forward to that next start.
What do you think of that bat by Bush?
It was a big at bat, and with Michael, I think that he's used to playing every day, and so I think that now he's starting to get a little bit of rhythm, and it's just good bat to ball, and for him to line one the other way to drive and run and potentially 2, I thought that was huge. 2-strike approach, really good, and it's just nice when he can have that club in his bag and shorten up when he needs to. And he'll get his first homer at some point, but it's still nice for him to take good at bats.
Was Emmet, how awkward when he swings off that fastball? For as much as he kind of throws it, he still doesn't get up and hits it yet.
Yeah, it's there's some awkward swings, and I think that with the fastball, it's elite. It has elite characteristics, but they're with the fastball, as far as using both sides of the plate, up, down, all that stuff, is essentially 3 or 4 different fastballs. So as far as attacking other quadrants, so it's a special fastball, and I think if we can kind of lock in that slider, I thought there's some really good sliders at times tonight, but if he can kind of hone that in and be more consistent, it's going to be really fun to watch.
James mentioned that just with the 3 he felt like a couple weeks ago things were really to turn around for him, and now it's just like he's getting the results. What have you kind of just seen these last few weeks from him, and then I guess comparing to tonight?
I think the last, call it week to 10 days, I think he's hit the ball a lot harder. And I think for me, the trajectory, the bat path is something that's telling. And when you get beat on a fastball, he got beat a couple times today, but he was able to path the baseball and get some outfield grass, and that speaks to having a good swing. So right now, I think the path of the baseball is really good, and it's nice to get a little bit of luck. And and it's good that he's not, didn't get too down about, unfortunately getting robbed, a lot with some hard contact.
Granted, the relay was perfect. What did you think of Dino sending Rojas with Mookie coming up next?
I think it was one of those things that I do think that if Dino had it back, he would do it over. But I think with that situation, Miggy's not running as well as we're used to, and that's with some of those leg injuries. So, as a third base coach, you're kind of going on what that guy has done and can do, and the way Miggy was running, he wasn't running as well as we thought. But Dino's done a great job. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.